Hey guys, it is Heather Harrison, and today is, I think, January 22nd, 23rd. Okay. Um, so I'm really excited about tonight. Let me just preface by saying Instagram is the bomb because I totally was creeping another coach's page and just kind of followed her journey. Didn't know when she started, wasn't really sure like her whole backstory, but I just kept following her because she would show up literally at the airport. She would show up in her hotel room. She would show up on a freaking plane. And I freaking loved her energy. Okay. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to reach out to her. I knew she was you're on Sammy's team, right? Is
Yes.
that right? Okay, so Sammy, I creep her too. I love her. And so Sammy's background is actually in like nutrition. She has some autoimmune diseases. And so I tend to like creep pages with people that have like the same issues as me. So I was like, let me just chill. Let me just talk to Casey and see if she'll do this call. Because if she can run her business, knowing I didn't even know like how long she'd been a coach, but I knew she was diamond by creeping her page. Let me make sure everybody is muted. If you guys are on, make sure you're muted, except for Casey. I knew she was diamond by looking at her page. I knew she had been a coach that long. She had a really kick-ass weight loss journey from 80-day obsession, and I was obsessed with how she was showing up in her business anywhere and everywhere she like literally was in the country. She recently got married. She has been a coach since June of last year. She is a diamond and pushing, and I am so blessed to have her on the call today. She had some stuff happen last week and just kind of brought some reality back to her. And you guys, just correct me if I'm wrong, Casey. Casey Bonnerat, is that how you say it?
It is.
So please welcome Casey to the call. She has this attitude of I get to and not I have to. And I have legit picked up this attitude and I freaking love everything about it. And if I could get my coaches and anybody else to see this attitude and how she literally shows up every single day, you guys, you would literally change your life because I don't care where she's at. I don't care what kind of meeting she has. She is present in her coaching business by sharing her whole life, and because she gets to show up. She gets to show up for her journey. She gets to show up for her coaches and her challengers, and she gets to show up to help other people change their lives. And she does it, I would probably say 95% on the road. Just from your story, so or by what I've seen of your story. So I'm going to turn it over to Casey, and I asked her like what her thing was, and this was, she's done trainings on the I get to instead of I have to, and I thought this would be a perfect training for our team because I know a lot of the times we feel like we have to show up for this business, and we don't. Instead, you need to have the mindset you get to show up. So Casey, I'm going to mute myself and take it away.
Oh my gosh, Heather, I need to like keep you in my little pocket and take you on the road with me just so when I need like a little self-confidence boost. Thank you so much. You're making my cheeks all rosy over here. You guys will notice that my cheeks get really red when I get embarrassed. And I have this new fancy ring light I was just showing Heather before the call. So I'm feeling like $1,000,000, and I'm actually in Ohio where I currently reside with my new husband. The first time I gave this call about 2 months ago, I had put it in here that he was my fiance, and I was like, "Ooh, gotta change that." And he was like, "You got a husband and a fiance around here?" I'm like, "No," because I was giving my little practice call to him. He's like my number one coach. But thank you guys so much for having me tonight. I'm so excited to give this call because this mindset is actually kind of something that really sparked my journey as a coach. And I'll kind of dive into a little bit background about me here in a moment. But it just has really changed my outlook on life a lot. And I really think that we underestimate the value of, sometimes we take things for granted in life, right? And I mean, you think about it right now. I want you to think about whatever you're watching this call on right now, whether it's your phone or your iPad or your computer. You are so dang grateful to have that device. You are so dang grateful to have, Heather, how many people do we have on this call now? 19 people. You have 18 girls who are on here supporting your journey, that no matter what you're going through in life, what I've realized is so awesome and amazing about this community is I can lean into any one person I have met through this coaching community, and they are there to have my back, whether it's through, like Heather said, an autoimmune disorder or an allergy. The vastness that Instagram has provided us to create these relationships and build these connections is just incredible. And we use social media for its actual purpose and intent of connecting with people. And I just think that's incredible and so cool. And it introduced me to Heather, which I'm just so excited for, like, Summit. Heather, you're going to Summit, right? Okay, good. I actually have all you guys up here in this corner. I actually have 3 screens going for work that I'm very fortunate to have. So if I look over in this corner like I am right now, it's because I'm looking at all 19 of your beautiful faces, but my PowerPoint is in front of me. So bear with me a little bit. But it's just so cool that I even got to meet Heather through this, and just thank you so much for having me on this team call. So I'm going to jump into it if you guys are ready. There is going to be a little bit of an interactive part. So while I kind of do my introduction, go ahead and grab a pen and a piece of paper, because you are going to need it for a portion of the call, and you are going to be glad that you grabbed it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in to our lovely team call on January 23rd of changing your mindset from I have to I get to. But real quick, just so you guys have a little bit of background and mindset on me, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's share this screen. And let me know once you guys can see it. Scanning for signal. And I believe we are all good. Can you guys see my screen? Awesome. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just chat with you guys a little bit about my journey and how I became a coach. Because ironically, I was one of those really funny clients that we had, that I went on Beachbody On Demand and bought it without a coach and got assigned to a random person. Randomly walked into work one day and told one of my coworkers, hey, I signed up for this 80-day obsession thing. You should do it with me. And she goes, oh, I'm a coach. I'm a discount coach. I have a coach. Great. I started my 80-day obsession journey, and this is where it got me. When I started my 80-day obsession journey, guys, I will tell you right now, I was at the lowest of lows point in my life. I was running 5 to 6 miles a day. This is your typical story. I was running 5, 6 miles a day. I was eating an entire bag of grapes in a whole day just because I thought fruit was good for me. Fruit was healthy. I'm just going to eat an entire bag of grapes while walking around the grocery store doing some damage on those stinking grapes, thinking that I was, quote, healthy. I would avoid any potatoes, any carbs, anything, because I was terrified of them, but for some reason thought a bag of grapes was completely healthy and nutritious and delicious. I was at a serious low in my life, guys. Like Heather had mentioned, I do travel. So I work in corporate America. I work for a medical device company called Stryker, and I work in our interventional spine division. And I actually put on product training courses for physicians all across the country. So that is what I'm doing every single week and weekend while I'm traveling. I've gotten very creative with my travel schedule. I take my blender. My NutriBullet is my best friend. I take it everywhere. I have my little packets of Shaco. I take it everywhere. And the thing is, guys, that you have to realize is, if you want this business to work and you want to be passionate about this, your clients and your coaches are going to do a small percentage of what you do. So you need to be showing up and 10xing your business and believing in them on the days that they don't believe in themselves. Because guess what? I'll tell you, they are waiting for you to show up. They are laying in bed, scrolling through, waiting for Casey to show up, and then thinking, ugh, crap, she's up. I got to get up. I got to do it. Because the thing is, you are inspiring them, and you are motivating them, and you are being the belief in them that they need, and you don't even know it. And that is what I needed when I had first decided that I was going to start my 80-day obsession journey. I did not sign up as a coach. Disclaimer. I was the annoying client that didn't want to sign up as a coach. I wanted to pay full price for my Shakeology. Made 0 cents. I was that human. So just know that if you have that human, stay with them. Stay with them, stay persistent, because they may become your diamond coach soon. Just stay with them, have trust, have faith in them. So I started my 80-day obsession journey. I decided that me and Autumn were going to be best friends for 80 days. And I followed that nutrition program to a T because I needed control back in my life. I needed to be able to control something because I could not control my corporate job. I could not control that I was working 13, 14 days in a row without a break. I could not control the airline schedule, Delta's travel schedule. I couldn't control that. But what I could control was my nutrition. I could control my fitness, and I could control that I was showing up every dang day for myself. And on day 64, I reached out to Sammy Glonick and I was like, so what's this whole coaching thing? Like, I kind of am liking this 80-day obsession program. And she's like, oh, really? You know, she's talking to me like, who's this chick over here? And I asked her one day, like, you know, what kind of made you like believe in me that this was going to be like something worth it? And she was like, you sent me your progress pics after about like 64 days. And she was like, and then I knew you were hooked. I knew that you wanted to do this, and I knew you were going to help inspire and share this journey with others. So I finished out my 80 days, and I told her I want to finish 80 days before I sign up as a coach. Day 80, signed up as a coach. That next day, hit Emerald because she told me that it was a decision. If you have not hit Emerald yet, ladies, it is a stinking decision. You're not giving me the excuse that my husband can't sign up. My husband, John, is a financial advisor and cannot be a coach. But guess who can? My mom and dad, and they are the most incredible coaches I have, and they compete over which one is the leading coach. Guys, it is a decision. If you want to open your business and hit Emerald, I have replaced them now with solid Emeralds in my business. But if you want to make this business work, hitting Emerald is a stinking decision that you need to make. So that was kind of something that I knew going into this business after coming out of my journey of 80-day obsession. And just a little sidebar, that was kind of something that triggered once I finished my 80-day obsession journey, that triggered my team name. So you guys will notice in the top left-hand corner, my team is Team Attitude and Effort. And the kind of story and the reason why behind that is I've been dating my husband since college, and he had always told me in college, I played lacrosse in college, and there was days of frustration and days of challenges that I needed to overcome. And his sentence to me was always, every single day, Casey, what can you control? It was like my little like shoulder in my ear. What can you control? And the two things that you can control in life, guys, are your attitude and your effort. What kind of attitude are you having showing up in the day, and what kind of effort are you giving in spite of it? So those are two things that really stuck with me. And I was like, ooh, Team 80. I kind of like that. So Team Attitude and Effort has just become a staple. And John is also very proud that he has been a part of my team name. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into kind of the mindset shift, because ladies, it really starts with you. You attract these people who see themselves in your before photos. You attract those individuals that see the changes that you've made, and they are inspired by them. But your journey of inspiring all these individuals has to start with you first. And you need to have the right mindset, waking up every single day of filling your cup first, so they can then believe in you, that you're going to be there when they need you to believe in them. And how you're adding value to not only your life, but how you're going to add value to theirs, because that's what it essentially is as a coach, guys. Like, they want us to add value to them in their lives and help them show up for themselves and help them get the results that we've achieved ourselves. And it all starts with your mindset and how you are going to show up in the day. So are you guys ready to dive in? Yes, yes. We got paper and a pencil. Okay. So I want you guys to go ahead and write down 3 things on a piece of paper. I want you guys to write 3 things that you're just genuinely excited about this week or this weekend or whatever it may be. So go ahead and I'll give you guys about like 30 seconds, just 3 quick things. Jot them down. Think this is kind of similar to like a brain dump, like things that you're really excited for. And just go ahead and give me thumbs up whenever you have them. Okay, so once you have those 3, I want you to draw a line down the middle of the page, and I want you to title that on top, excited. Just excited with a big circle on top of it. And then the next column, you're going to write 3 more things, and those are going to be the 3 things you have to do this week. Once you have those, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I want you guys, while you're finishing those up, I want you guys to take a look at those two lists. You have right on the left side, you have the things that you're really excited to do this week. Those are the things that come natural. Those are the birthday parties. Those are the things that you get to celebrate, hanging out with your kids, going to the park, meeting your girlfriend for coffee, all those things that you're really, really excited for, that you look forward to in your week. I want you to compare those to the things that you're saying, I have to get these 3 things done. Like, these are 3 main priorities that I have to get done in order to be able to enjoy those 3 things. And I want you to do a little comparison and contrast and see if there's any similarities within those 2 lists and what the main differences are. I want you guys to take about 10 more seconds to look at those. And I'll tell you guys right now, the difference between those 2 lists is your mindset. You are looking at these as 2 different lists when they are 6 opportunities and 6 things that you get to do. No matter what they are, despite what they are, you are here, you are alive, you are living, and it's incredible how many opportunities we have in front of us that we take for granted, that we see them as small things. Guys, we take simple tasks like going to the grocery store as something we have to do, and we forget how fortunate we are that we have a credit card, a debit card, cash in our wallet that we get to spend on these groceries, that we get to buy our nutrition and fuel our families with healthy nutrients and provide them with fun recipes and fun ideas. And we sum that up to, I have to go to the grocery store later today, or I have to go to school. And think about the things that we take for granted that so many people would be so grateful for. You know what I mean? And it's just, people read that energy and people read your passion. And it's just crazy when we're sharing these things, like, get on Instagram, like, I have to go to the grocery store, like, make it a fun thing. Like, I get to go to the grocery store. Like, actually, I love this example because going to the grocery store is absolutely one of my favorite things to do. And my husband does not like to go with me because he sees it as something, he's like, let's rush up and down the aisles. I'm like, you know how many recipes there are in this grocery store that I could be making? And you're just rushing up and down the aisles? Like, make it fun, guys. Like, we have one life and one opportunity to make it so, so exciting. And don't just go through the motions. Embrace every single opportunity. One of my friends that I actually met through coaching, and I will thank coaching every stinking day for this girl. Her name is Carolyn, and she lives in Columbus, and she's become one of my best friends through coaching. She created her team name, and she's Team Embrace the Adventure. And I just love what that stands for. Like, embrace the adventure of every single stinking day. No matter what it is, no matter what you have to do that day, embrace the adventure, whatever it is. If it's the grocery store, if it's a coffee run, if you're doing a T20 workout with your husband, embrace the stinking adventure because it's great and you have the opportunity, and we need to be grateful for these little things. Heather mentioned that I went through some things last week, and I was kind of hesitating if I was going to share this or not today on this call, but I do travel a lot for work, and I'm definitely a type A personality. I'm a people pleaser, and I just want to show up for everyone in every aspect, whether that be my challengers, my coaches, my coworkers, and as well as my customers, being the physicians we're putting these trainings on. And I will hold that standard as high as I possibly can. And to the point where last week I actually was driving back from the airport and I fell asleep behind the wheel. And it was terrifying and scary. And I promised I wouldn't cry on this call, but it's emotional thinking about it because we pour and we pour and we pour so much into others that we forget that we need to fill our cup too. And the reason I share that with you guys is because I want you to know how many opportunities we have in this lifetime to share our journey and to help others, and how quickly that can be taken away. And I think that we forget and we take these things for granted, that at the end of the day, we need to realize like what a cool thing this world is and what a cool thing like our lives are and what they mean. And that every single person, I want you guys to know you guys all have a passion and you guys all have a purpose. And whether Heather is your upline or whether someone else on this call is your upline, you have a purpose and a passion to share your love of health and fitness and nutrition with others. And the biggest hesitation sometimes I get with coaches is like, hey, I want to reach out to this person. I want to talk to them, but I'm really nervous because I don't want to sound salesy or I don't want to push it. Well, you guys have found this opportunity. You are on this call tonight. It is a Wednesday, and you are on this call because you found something that could change your life. And you found this incredible opportunity. And I never want you to think that like this is the salesy thing. Like this opportunity has changed my life, and this opportunity has the ability to change your life if you let it. So I kind of want to go into the few things that impact our mindset essentially. So I think there's 6 main things that people think like, really, really impact your mindset when you're thinking about I have to versus I get to. And I think the first thing is like, what's holding you back? Like our job is to help people in this community, and what's holding you back from jumping both feet first in and attacking the day and just embracing that opportunity no matter what it is, whether it's the grocery store, whether it's your workout. If your workout's the most exciting thing you're doing today, make that stinking excited on Instagram. Build that up. Show others how excited you are about this opportunity and what these workouts have done for your life. Show up. Because if you're as excited about list 1 and the things you have to do as you are about list 2 and the things that you get to do, your attitude is going to change. Your effort is going to change. And at the end of the day, your brand on Instagram is just going to lighten up, and it's just going to skyrocket. And people are just going to be drawn to you because they want you to succeed. People want people to succeed. As much negativity as we share in this world, like, you're rooting for people to succeed. Like, I want my challengers, and I want my team members, and I want my fellow coaches to succeed. I want them to have Success Club 54 up on the board. Like, seeing people succeed is awesome and cool, and the fact that we're all doing it together just makes it incredible. The second thing that I think really impacts your mindset is having a positive mindset. When you form a sentence in your head, the way you say it, the way you change it, I get to, it changes your sentence 110%. I want you guys to look at list 2 right now and really think about it. Instead of saying like, I have to do blank, put I get to in front of every single one of those things. And I bet you like the sentence a little bit better. Third thing that really impacts your mindset, I think, is filling your cup. And that is what I mentioned before, that life piles up and you need to fill your cup before you can pour into others to be the best version of yourself, to help them be the best version of themselves. Fourth thing, I think, is truly being genuine and finding the positive. Being genuine and sharing your journey authentically and being raw. Guys, life gets hard sometimes, but you need to share the hard. And I think the best example of this is, when you were in high school or you were in college and you got in a fight with your boyfriend and you call your mom or you call your best friend and you're like, oh my God, I'm so mad at Johnny. He said X, Y, and Z to me. And you guys get in this fight and you call and share it because all your emotions are heightened. You share the negative. But at times, I think we forget to share the positive and share the solution. We never call them back and say, hey, I totally misinterpreted what Johnny said, and he actually showed up at home with flowers. Like, he is the sweetest. Like, we need to be there to help them solve their problems that they can relate to. So if you're just on your phone sharing your journey, that you're struggling with your weight loss, show them how you're creating a solution. Show them how you were struggling with your nutrition, but you've found this new way. Whip out those containers. Make it, I like to follow the KISS method. Keep it simple. Keep it stupid simple. Keep it stupid simple. There we go. KISS. Keep it stupid simple, because they don't know what a challenge group is. They don't know what your containers are for. They don't know why you're doing a water challenge or what a challenge group is for that matter. Be so just like distinct with them that you could explain this to a kindergartner, that if a kindergartner was watching your story right now, they would be like, oh my God, I totally get what Heather's doing. I totally get what her boot camp is. I totally understand what she does as a coach, and how she can truly help me. And I think that's something to remember, to be genuine and find the positive and figure out how you can help them with their solutions. Last thing I really think is important is to remember your why. Please, please, please never, ever forget your why. I actually made a post about this last night, and I really kind of dove into like how often I think about my why, because if your why isn't strong, guys, at the end of the day, like, that is why you are showing up every single day. When it is hard, when you're 15 minutes in and Sean T and you're looking at him like, dude, I don't know about this one. I don't know about the rest of this 5 minutes. Dig into your why, because that will always be deeper than your mindset. Your why is always going to outweigh the burn in your legs. Like, it is always going to weigh. If you think that you can't do 15 more tuck jumps, your why can. Your why will tell you that you can do those. So remembering your why, and don't forget why you began this journey of coaching. You didn't say, I have to start this first program or I have to drink this first shake. You might have been skeptical, but you were so excited. And I want you guys to think of that moment when you got your package, and you had your water bottle and you had your containers and you had this new nutrition program. Like, you were excited. You might have been nervous as ever, but you were excited. And that is what you are giving someone. And never, ever, ever let that go by the wayside or let that go undervalued. That is what you are giving them, is that excitement that you had when you first started this program, because that is what they have. And just remember that every time you are signing up a client or signing up a challenger or signing up a coach, that this is that exciting moment for them, and you need to rally with them and share that with them. And it's so cool to experience that again and again and again. I think that's really what's helped me along my journey, is experiencing that excitement with every single one of my challengers and my coaches, is reliving that excitement with them. So I want you guys to take a look at your list again and think about those 5 things. And later tonight, really dive back into, those 6 statements that you made, whether they were in your I have to list or I get to list. I want you to write I get to in front of all 6 of those. And I would challenge you guys every single day to add 3 more things that you get to do to your list. Now, I want everyone right now to type in the chat, take one of your I have tos. And I want you to type it in the chat. I will wait till everyone types it in the chat. I want you to type, I get to blank. One of your I have to statements, I get to blank. Oh, we're going to have some clean houses. I love it. Clean clothes, clean clothes. I need to do laundry. So incredible. And guys, these are the things, like, you think about laundry, so silly. How good does having clean laundry feel? At the end of the day, like, we say, yeah, we have to do it, but how good do you feel when you're like getting all cozy in bed and you got some clean sheets? Guys, it is all about your mindset, and it's a light switch. I promise you, flip it on. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till February 1st to show up. Be excited about your life and today and the moment, because your future challengers and your future coaches need you. And guess what? The you who signed up needs you too. So I want you guys to go ahead and change your sentence from I have to I get to. And at the end of the day, it's all on you guys, and it's all a mindset shift, and you have the power. And I believe 110% in every single one of you guys, and so does your coach. So that is all I have for you, ladies. Go ahead, if you guys have any questions or anything in the chat, go ahead and pop them in there. But otherwise, Heather, I will turn it back over to you.
Well, I thought I wasn't going to cry, but, it's so funny, you guys, because Casey and I didn't know each other at all. Before I reached out to her, she probably didn't know I was creeping her or anything like that. And it's just funny how you just kind of start connecting with people. And it's so funny because this morning I did a post about last night. My cup was completely empty, and I promised everybody that I would show up today with a cup that was overflowing. And I made a commitment to myself, and I want every single person on here to make a commitment to themselves when they gripe and complain about sharing their journey, or gripe and complain that they have to do the laundry, or have to go do the groceries, or, for me, I have to pay these medical bills. And just think about how lucky you are that you actually get to do those things. And I've changed my mindset, and you guys, if you can change that little piece of you, your whole entire business is going to change. And I promised myself this year I was going to seek out new people on Instagram and ask them if I saw something in them to come jump on a call for me, because I feel like them telling their story, it's a new perspective on things, and they get to show up and they get to use their experience in this business to help you with your business. So Casey, you rocked it out. Will you do me a favor and stop? Can I unshare? This will stop others sharing. Okay, cool. Oh no, hold on. I don't want to share my screen, do I? Do I want to share my screen? Can you
No.
share your screen?
How do I undo that? Oh, stop share. There we
Cool.
go.
And I just want you guys to like, oh, what is this? Accessibility. Okay. I want you guys to see every single person on this call tonight and just know that you get to take this little piece of advice and information and overflow your cup tomorrow, you guys, and share those things that you had to do on your list and now you get to do. Because tomorrow in our world, whether you're a new coach, an old coach, a lot of you guys are going to get a check. And I bet you 95% of you that if you had that extra $50, you get to go to the grocery store and buy those extra groceries or pay that extra medical bill, right? Or pay off some of that credit card debt. And without this opportunity, you might not be able to do that. So instead of saying, I have to show up every single day, make it freaking fun. And I think that's a lot of me. I've been in this for almost 4 years. And Lori will attest to that. As soon as I stop having fun in this business and saying, oh God, I've got to do this, I have to post today, that is really when you start to doubt that you can do this business. So Casey, I am so thankful that you got to actually show up and share your journey and then even what happened last week, because I don't know if anybody else, saw your Insta stories, but you guys, she is amazing. If you don't follow her and if you need some extra inspiration, seriously, she's just a breath of fresh air. And her meal prep is on point, like fun and on point when she does her meal prep. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. You can pop it in the chat. I don't think we have any. Let's see. I loved that little exercise we did at the end. But I hope this got you guys, I really do hope that this call inspired you guys to kind of change your mindset and really get things rocking and rolling again in your business. Because I know sometimes we kind of lose our why and we forget our why. So Casey, thank you so, so much. You guys, if you have teammates that weren't able to jump on this call, it is recorded, and I promise, I will get the recording up on all the team pages as soon as it's uploaded.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Bye, guys.